like just to be a part of AEW, going into TNT and knowing it's coming up, and then just like all out, just everything happening? How's it feel to just kind of be in the mix of all that?
Yeah, it's crazy, honestly. It's super exciting is the first thing. For me, it's like something that I've always dreamed of and I've always thought of in the future, and it kind of just all came together quicker, I guess, than you would think it would. It's not been overnight, but it's been a pretty rapid incline, I guess. And so it's also cool for me to be with. I'm in a locker room now with guys who are pretty much like icons that I look up to, and to be honest, I don't really watch a ton of wrestling. And the guys who got me into watching wrestling again were the Bucks and Kenny and Cody. And those were really the only guys I would watch for a while. So to be in a locker room with those guys in itself it's wild.
There's a lot of people this might be their first experience with Jungle Boy and sort of seeing you. Like, what do you want to say to those people, like, about you? What do you want them to know about you going into, you're going to be on their TVs every Wednesday?
Yeah. I guess in a way, the whole Jungle Boy character is it is me, but it's separate from me in a way, and I try and keep it kind of separate from my personal life, and I feel like in a way you kind of just have to watch it, and hopefully what I'm doing will kind of explain itself to the viewers, I think. I'm here to entertain people, I want them to have a good time, and I just check it out, and I think you'll like it.
What about the partnership with Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt? How important is that for you going in, kind of having almost this faction of guys coming into AEW?
Yeah, that's really cool, and the cool thing is that I just really like those guys out of the ring as well, and I think we all have kind of a lot of similar ideas. We all are looking to innovate things and do things differently that people haven't really seen, and I think our team itself is kind of like that. There aren't a lot of teams like this. And, I think we're in a really good headspace, and we're moving forward with some cool ideas that I'm looking forward to showing you guys.
You talked about your ascent, and how quickly did you think you would get in this business? So quickly, we don't see this often, where a guy one day is, the guy who could be something to the guy now that everyone's talking about, one of the hottest acts in the business.
Yeah.
How quickly were you giving yourself to get to this point where you're at right now?
I always, I feel like this sounds I always kind of had the end goal in mind. I kind of knew it was possible for me to succeed at this, I guess, if you will, but I really didn't think it would be as quick as it was. I don't know really in terms of a timeline that I had for myself, what I thought, but it really was I kind of went from just being a nobody, I guess, in wrestling to here now. It's been less than a year. And so, it's really been a wild ride. Every day is kind of something crazy, and I'm just trying to enjoy it.
What would people talk about you and your dad, and they associate you guys a lot together, and what would your dad say about how quickly and how fast you and a big of a star you've already become?
Luckily he was here for the first kind of huge spurt of it, but to be honest, my dad he always told me that was coming a little bit. I think when I would kind of get down on myself, he always kind of reminded me of what turned out being the path that kind of happened. But, I think he'd really dig it.
Marco mentioned that you guys were friends outside of wrestling. Did you pitch the idea of kind of bringing him into the fold with you and Luchasaurus, or was that something that was pitched to you?
No, that was something that they had kind of pitched to me, but I kind of figured that might be something. We're similar in a lot of ways, and I think also with him, our kind of rise in wrestling was pretty similar, kind of the same way. So I feel like we're kind of natural partners in that way.
Do you kind of feel I feel like with some wrestling fans, there's a pressure of like WWE's maybe not as great as it was before. That people are looking for something different. Do you guys feel a pressure with that, with having this show coming, or is that something you're kind of like, hey, we're here to be the alternative?
For me, I don't really think about it that much, and we're doing we've done a lot of interviews and things, and they always kind of ask about WWE, and the thing I think is, this wouldn't be here happening right now if people were necessarily content with what WWE is putting out, and I think already what we're doing is something different for people to see. So at least for me, I'm not thinking about being different from that because we already are, and I've talked about this with Marco Stunt a little bit, but we are guys who would not, at least I think, be taken seriously in the WWE at all. We're not huge guys. We're pretty young. So we're just here having fun, doing our own thing, and luckily people like it. Seems like so.
And is there an element of
Two more?
is there an element of like, you know, you guys are like this kind of all banded together thing? It's not a corporation. It's like it's a bunch of wrestlers and people involved in wrestling who've all got different backgrounds, all different shapes and sizes. Is that a strength, you think, for you guys?
Yeah, I think it is, because I think this really is a wrestling show run by wrestlers, and you know, I guess as well as being wrestlers, we're all fans. And I think it just, with other things, I think maybe the more levels of corporation or whatever you put, I think it kind of loses touch a little bit. Whereas, I mean, my bosses here are the Young Bucks, and it's Cody. So, like, when I go to talk to them about ideas, they're in there doing it themselves, and they really can connect to what it's about. So I think that is a strong suit, and I think it will make it different. I think it's gonna make it more enjoyable for people.
Last one, guys.
Now, the Young Bucks have said how much AEW is going to be to put a focus on tag team wrestling, and you and Luchasaurus might be the most unique tag team in AEW right now. How does it feel to be in a company that is so focused on bringing the best tag team wrestling on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. This is kind of, honestly, I haven't really been a tag team wrestler that much until this point. So it's cool now, and I like it now. But coming into that, we really are surrounded by, I think, the best tag teams in the world. And, you know, that is kind of daunting to think about, that they're right there kind of on the horizon. But I think we have really good people around for advice and opinions and all that. And it's just, I think we're in the best place we could possibly be. So that's exciting.